But I want to go over and do this guy as just like a basic overview of what to expect on a typical long answer question like this with the elimination method. So I'll start by not overthinking this guy. Okay. And we are going to write down straight up, this becomes one equation. Okay. 10x plus 25y. Now it's even slower. Is equal to 5,800. Let me close that. Okay. And then this becomes another equation, 15x plus 12y is equal to 3,600. So I now have two equations to start with. And it's entirely up to you which ones you want to cancel. But as I've said before, let's create habits that just make things maybe a little bit easier. Let's try and change this guy, the x's, to make them the same. So let's start to think about lowest common multiples of 10 and 15. So 10, 20, 30, 15, 30. Well, that's pretty easy. All I have to do is multiply this guy by 3 and multiply this guy by 2, and I'll end up with the same value. That makes sense for everybody? If you do that list there, now I'm going to have this, which one? Yeah, this one by 3, this one by 2. Don't forget you have to multiply all of it. Common mistake, people will do this. 30x plus 75y is equal to 5,800. They'll forget to multiply that third one. That's like super common. I totally get it. But we have to multiply everything. 17,400. That's a 17. Right? And then 30x plus 24y is equal to 7,200. So now I've got my equation set up, and I can go ahead and subtract one from the other. So I'm subtracting the bottom from the top, so 30 minus 30, those x's disappears. 75 minus 24, okay, is going to give me 51y, is equal to 10,200. So last but not least, divide by 51, divide by 51, y is equal to 200. So that's just part one. Okay, that's just part one. We've multiplied to eliminate. Okay, and then from here, I'm just going to plug this into one of the original equations. So we're going to plug it into 10x plus 25y, 200, 25y is equal to 5,800. So if I plug in y is 200, we can solve for what our x is going to be. So 25 times 200, 10x plus 5,000 is equal to 5,800. Combined like terms at this point, we're just solving now. So I would be subtracting 5,000 from both sides. So 10x is equal to 800. Now I can finish off by just divide by 10, divide by 10. X is equal to 80. So where did they, or what did I need those for? I needed those so then I could plug it into this guy. On all of these questions, what I want you to do is just ignore the third line or the third set of information. We're going to do everything we can with the top two bars that kind of are connected. And then from there, we can go ahead and plug it in. So it's 18 and 32. So that means the last step on this, I'm going to take 18x plus 32y is equal to question mark. Now let's plug in the things that we know now. 18 times 80, 32 times 200. What is that going to give me? So 6,400 and 1,440. So 7840 would be the final total for that. So I'll leave that guy up on the screen there. That, if you can go through and reason your way through this, remember this is a total of 10% on your end of year exam, and it's very procedural.